watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. I'm going to be taking a look at a Rough Ryder knife today. This one from the Premium Select series. Let's take a quick look at your box. You got a little blurb here which I'll read in a minute. Kind of gives a description of the knife. And you're just looking at a magnetic closed style box with the felt liner and the cutout for the knife. Some desiccant here. The bag, little blurb is the same on the back as it is the front. And your magnetic style close. The Rough Ryder Premium Select Pocket Knife Series features polished buffalo horn handles, black pearl and abalone inlay, nickel silver spacers and bolsters, custom backstream filework, and stainless steel blades. Skilled craftsmen painstakingly handcraft each Premium Select knife from some of the finest materials in the world. It takes more than 200 individual hand operations to complete a knife of this caliber. Alright, so that's kind of hyping it up pretty good there. And so you'd expect something fairly nice for what they're trying to describe here. 200 steps, operate, to craft something like this. So it is a little better than your ordinary Rough Ryder large Stockman here. So we're looking at a 3 7/8 inch closed length handle. Alright, and you can see the file work on the back there. And the abalone in the middle, this black pearl on either side of the abalone, and then you've got the buffalo horn as the main handle material. And then between the pearl and the abalone, you've got these nickel silver spacers. Kind of give an idea of what that looks like here. Trying to adjust the lighting a little bit. I'm getting some issues with the glare causing me to get the lack of focus. But yeah, just a smidgen of abalone there. They don't give you a whole lot of that material, mostly just the buffalo horn, but it is an attractive way of breaking up the all black handle. And of course this file work has a nice decorative approach to it. Not 100% even, on one side to the next, or you can see it's a little off there. But overall, it's pretty good. And, anytime you get file work on a knife, it's always a nice little bonus. You get the brass liners here. And it looks pretty well constructed. I'm not really seeing any major gapping or anything like that. Just a little bit of unevenness in the file work right here. You can see this one's just a little smaller. Actually pushes it a little to the right. A little bit. Yeah, doesn't quite line up. But over here it is lined up. So it kind of just got a little off as it goes back. But no biggie. So your Stockman, this is a square bolstered style. They don't have any threading on it or any rings on it, just plain. But they are nickel silver. And you can feel the buffalo horn, a little bit of stepping on this. I found that with the buffalo horn, you always have a little bit of an issue with it wanting to raise up, so you really want to try to condition this knife. I can tell you just from owning it that just in the time that I've had it, it wanted to start lifting here on the edges, and I conditioned it with some Howard feed and wax. So it's just sort of conditioned it much like you would any kind of a wood material, right? And when I did that, I'd say within a day, the bone started laying back flat again. And now it's much more smooth than it was like even just a day or two ago, right? But there is a little bit of stepping there just because I think this material moves, and you gotta make sure you condition this buffalo. I don't know what it is about these knives, but every time I've owned one with these type of handles, it wants to start lifting. So you definitely gotta condition So yeah, just as a part of your maintenance for this type of knife, I would strongly recommend that you put something on there, because it made an immediate impact and improved it, you know, from trying to curl up on the edges. I guess it just dries, and that's what it starts doing. It starts to bow. So just something to keep in mind. But all right, further with the review here, we've got the main clip blade and a mirror finish with this long pole, not a match strike type, just your regular. And the tank stamp is just the more modern one there, Rough Ryder. Now I bought this back in November, and I found that they are not in stock anymore. So this must have been a pretty popular model, and I think they just came back in stock briefly after they had previously been made, and then now they're gone again. So I don't know if they're coming back again. It may have to be found on the secondary market now. But this is RR1690. See China below it there on the tang on the reverse side. Get a look at the blade edge there, the grind. And this side looks to be pretty evenly done. As good as you're going to expect from a Rough Ryder. Nice little sharpening choil there. And you do get a half stop on this one. It's a little bit lazy, but there is one. And length of the blade, you're looking at a 2 7/8 inch blade. The cutting edge is about 2.5. So this knife is going to be UK legal. But yeah, that's a lazy half stop. Good pull on it, I'd say about a 6, right in where I like it. Good lockup. There's the idea of the thickness of the blade there. Now you don't have any swedging on this because this is an older design, right? So then you don't have to worry about that interfering with your nail nick. But there is a nice walk and talk on that blade, and then you've got the spay blade on the right side. Now this one doesn't have a tang stamp, but you just get a normal nail nick on this one. It's not match strike. Good look at the blade edge there. And these are mirror finished. 440A stainless. It's a pretty light pull on this one. I'd say it's more about a 5, 4.5 maybe. It's a little lighter than the main blade. And then your sheep's foot on the left side here. Again, no tank stamp on either side. Just a regular nail nick. And there's your blade edge. Feels pretty sharp. Yeah. And you're looking at a 2 1/4 inch blade here with a cutting edge of about 1 3/4 inch. That little spay blade we can measure. The little guy is about 2 inches. Cutting edge about 1 3/4 inch. The pull on this the lamb's foot, is a little higher. I'd say about a 5.5. It's got a good snap on in as close, but spring tension is probably reduced a little bit with the filework. Doesn't make the spring quite as stiff. So for that reason, I think that maybe the pulls on the action are not going to be quite as strong, but it is a very attractive piece, and it's one that it's a little more gentlemanly, not quite your hard worker or anything like this. Much more of a Sunday carry, a little fancier, a little more white collar than blue collar, and but these come in about, I want to say $15.99. Let me double check the price here. Like again, they're not going to be available. Yeah, these are $16.99, so a little more pricey than your normal Stockman, but by a couple of dollars. I've actually seen them listed on eBay right now for around $27 before shipping. I don't know that I want to pay that, but if you can find one, you know, in the $20 range, I think it's a pretty solid pickup. You get a little more for your money on this one in terms of appearance. So again, it's another great addition to the large Stockman collection. This is the 3 7/8 inch again, and they do make ones that are larger, and they do make ones that are smaller, 3.5 inch medium, all the way up to like 4.5 inches for the, I guess you'd call it extra large Stockman before you get into the Texas Stockman or the jumbo Stockman, which are quite a bit bigger than that. They're like 4 7/8 inches, almost 5 inches long. So this is a good size for that. We'll give it a little quick measurement on the scale here. Just kind of give you an idea of what it weighs. Okay, so we're looking at 74 grams and 2.7 ounces. Alright, so that's about it for the Premium Select Stockman. Model number again is RR1690. Again, you may have to find these on the secondary market now. Looks like they're now going to be out of stock. But I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Make sure you hit that bell to make sure you're aware of new videos when they drop. And please do like and comment below if you enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Take care.